Welcome back. You're listening to Real Talk with Brian and Dan on 1150 KKNW.
I'm Brian.
And I'm Dan. Our first guest today is Doug Peterson of Get Priorities Straight. Doug has found his passion for owning his own business at the young age and has done so ever since. In 2001, Doug began coaching and mentoring high-income earners to improve business results and find more satisfaction in life. While Doug has experienced the fruits of success, life hasn't been there without a bitter taste of occasional failures. At this stage in his life, Doug has noticed an opportunity to make a bigger, lasting differences in the lives of his clients. Doug created GPS to help navigate his clients safely through some of life's challenges. Welcome to the show, Doug.
Thank you very much.
It's good to have you. It's good to have you back. Now, we've talked hobbies and interests before, but just for those listeners that maybe missed the first segment, tell us about your hobbies and interests.
Well, other than family and friends, which is the most important, I love travel and crabbing and cooking, and I have converted my garage into a karaoke bar.
What?
It's the
Really?
Peterson Moonbeam Lounge. Did we not cover this on the last show?
I don't recall that. That's great.
I remembered that one.
I can send you a link.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Literally clotheslines with sheets.
When does it open up? When does the lounge open?
Well, there's distancing right now.
Social distancing.
You don't have to stand out in the driveway.
That's great.
You can still sing.
Yeah, that's good. You just have to sing a little loud. Did you see that video of the folks in Italy singing the national anthem?
Oh,
yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was really
well.
Cool.
I got a new drink for your karaoke bar. Have you heard about the Quarantini?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Actually, I understand they work well if you take enough to get numb. It actually counteracts the virus.
Oh, there you go. Well, it's that vodka. There you go.
Or maybe that was Corona beer. I don't know.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. All right. Hey, tell us about fond memory of the home you grew up in.
You know, we were in a neighborhood where they didn't build fences, and all the yards were connected. So one of my fondest memories is all the kids playing and running from yard to yard and playing all the kid games, Kick the Can and Red Rover, and the games that we played when we were kids. Whoops. And it was just great because when it got dark, my mom blew a whistle, and that's when we had to come home.
There you go.
That's good.
That's awesome. Yep. So tell us what GPS does.
Well, I'm going to first start by telling you what we don't do, because that helps clarify. We don't do financial planning. We don't manage investments. We don't sell any products like life insurance or disability. What we do is help clients align their personal finances with what's important to them. Go from reactive to proactive instead of spending the money and going, wow, that was an expensive month, but deciding where you want your money to go instead of wondering where it went, and know every day where you stand. It's building bridges with husbands and wives. It's eliminating stress and just making it a lot less emotional around money so you can do more of what you like to do.
So in KW, Keller Williams culture, we have what we call the big why. You know, why do you do this? What's your big why?
Well, I spent the last 20 years as an executive mentor helping clients get where they want to go. And one constant theme I saw, and I probably worked with over 25 people on this, was their personal finances being ignored. And it creating problems in their marriage. It created problems with their business, their health. And to be truly transparent, I didn't get on the same page with my spouse until 2016. And I'm supposed to know how to do this stuff. I actually wrote this program in 1996. And it was so much work. We did it on Excel that I just stopped doing it myself. It was too much work. Now with technology, it works really, really well. So now it's making a difference in people's lives.
So with the way things are right now, Doug, what can people do with their finances?
Well, you've probably heard this before, but the first thing is don't panic. You know, fear and panic don't help anyone. And the simplest thing to do is to just sit down and decide, what do you really need to spend? You know, what are the requirements to keep the doors open? And then just cut some stuff that isn't as important right now.
No, I think it's important to have that conversation because, you know, as Brian said, one of the things that's great about the culture of Keller Williams is we always are discussing not the market that we're in, but the market we're headed to. And so conversations about a shift in the market have been there now for just as long as they have about a shift in the stock market. And the first thing that Gary tells us to do is be brutal with your finances.
Right.
Cut it. And yesterday myself, I cut about $1,000 a month with just a couple of things that were redundant or that we had been planning to get rid of, and we went ahead and finally got rid of it. So getting brutal with your finances is such a great tip.
But that's sounds like a diet. It sounds like
It does, doesn't it?
So here's how I'd like you to reframe it.
Cool.
Is brutally cut what you don't care about.
Yeah.
Fund what's important.
Right.
Okay. And it's really not a budget. It's a creative spending plan. You need to pay attention and adjust it. But this whole idea of just cutting just sounds like eating soda crackers and carrots for dinner.
Well, example, we're
That's a
looking at
good broccoli or
yeah. Looking at our return on
So-
investment while we're making decisions. Is this thing doing what it's supposed to do? And, we cut where something isn't performing as expected. It's pretty common. So, Doug, tell us, how do you gain confidence when times are uncertain? You look at the times we got right now. What can you tell our listeners about confidence?
Well, this is something I learned from a mentor of mine, Bob Beal, who's just tremendous. And I have struggled in my life with depression, and I've been in business 37 years. And how do you be confident when you're depressed? I mean, that's
a good
a
point.
tough one. And I often thought it was just hope. But what Bob did for me is he said, confidence is a direct byproduct of predictability. Look what's going on right now. It's unpredictable. It's uncertain. The more you focus on things that are uncertain, the more the lack of comfort you'll have.
The higher level of anxiety.
Yeah, the higher level of anxiety. And if you think about it, let's say you just had knee surgery and I said, let's go for a half-a-mile walk. You have no confidence you could do that.
Right.
But if I said, let's go for a half-a-mile walk now, totally, no question. So the way to gain confidence is you need to focus on what you can control. You need to focus
like
on
buying toilet paper.
What's that?
Like buying toilet paper.
Well, yeah.
I think that's, I think it's a control thing for people
It is.
in time of uncertainty.
It's fear. And I've got a great recipe to make cauliflower into toilet paper too, if you want me to post that.
Well, Doug, we've got a packed show, so I wanted to talk about your financial seminar you have and share with the people how they can kind of dig deeper into these philosophies of yours.
Yeah. So tomorrow I'm going to be doing a webinar, and I'll get the link to you. And it's just going to be a 30-minute session to talk about how do you deal with uncertainty? What can you do to refocus yourself and not move either to hunkering down or exploding when it gets better to some middle ground where you can move forward now, especially if you're frozen. And it won't be a sales pitch. It's to help people with some stress management techniques.
Doug, thank you so much for coming on the show today. I really appreciate you coming on. We value your advice, and you're welcome back anytime.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Doug.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Next up after the break, we are going to welcome Aaron Andrews of Indie Chocolate, the chocolate maker of Pike Place Market. Come on back for some more Real Talk.